My name is Dustin. I'm a small animal veterinarian.
I'm Sarah, and I'm a podiatrist. We met 14 years ago when I took my dog in to get toothpaste from the vet, and I knew everybody there because I had worked there previously. So they grabbed the newest vet, which was Dusty, out from the back and kind of mushed us together.
They've been married for the last 13 years and have a 5-year-old son, Wyatt.
Wyatt loves what we do for work. Every night he asks us, who did we fix? And it's probably a good half an hour before bed every night.
He absolutely adores it.
Faster, Wyatt, I'm gonna beat you! There's a lot to love about Greenville. The town itself is a big enough downtown to have a good theater, lots of restaurants. It's a great mix of mountains and beach close by, great weather.
Lots of outdoor activities.
There's a big waterfall and parks and a lot of green spaces for outdoorsy people like us. It's just kind of a little dream city to find.
One of Sarah's favorite outdoor activities is horseback riding. She currently owns 2 horses and rides during her off time from work.
It's just kind of my stress relief after a hard day. I can just go and ride and kind of forget all of everything else that I'm dealing with during the daytime. We currently live in a 2-bedroom ranch rental. We're fortunate that we do have land so the horses can be with us, but there's no barn, there's no place to ride, and it's about as small as we could possibly squeeze us all into.
So now they're on the hunt for a larger place for themselves and the horses. And this time they plan to buy.
I think I'm looking forward to most is finally getting a place that we can call our own. Nice piece of land.
Yeah, we could see the horses out there. We would love to have something that's 30 acres or more. We don't want to have to board our horses, so we want enough land so I can have a barn and a place to ride that's not my front yard. Our budget in this house search is $600,000, which is way more than I want to spend. I would be happier spending half of that. The more money we have at the end of the month to do fun stuff is better for me than spending it all on the house. I don't want to be land poor.
I don't mind if we push the budget a little bit to get the space, acreage that we want, along with hopefully the house that we want.
My favorite architecture style would be a craftsman. I like the character that's built into that style of a house.
There's a beautiful ranch. I think the ranch has always been my favorite type of house to live in. I like everything on the same floor. Even though being down south, I always imagined when we moved down, we would get a nice big plantation home.
Look how pretty that is. And those built-in bookcases by the fireplace.
We do like the houses that have the crown molding, built-in bookcases. It gives the house a lot more character and it makes it feel more like a home.
They also like the homey vibe of wood-burning fireplaces and large garden tubs. A dishwasher, since they don't have one now, would also be nice.
The pond definitely is something I would absolutely love. I just find it very peaceful sitting by a pond.
They want to be out in the country, but preferably no more than a 30-minute drive to town.
Walls is not going to happen. I hate walls. I like being able to see what's going on in the house.
The open floor plan. No. It's gonna be a hard one to compromise on. I don't know how we're gonna resolve that.
I don't know how it's gonna go.
I don't know.
It's gonna go though.
Walls it is. This place has walls. Look at all the walls. And you're happy. There's walls.
Hey Damien, it seemed like that was a long ways out.
Yeah, this one is a bit further than we originally wanted, but in order to get everything that you guys want, we had to expand the search a little bit.
The house is impressive. It being a plantation home is not really my typical style of craftsman, but I do really like the front porch.
It's on the lower end of our price range. It's $339.
Oh, that makes me happy.
And it has all of the amenities we're looking for. 30 acres, it has the barn, it has your pond over here.
Can you remind me how big the house is?
It's a little over 3,600 square feet.
Wow.
4 bedrooms, 2 baths.
Whoa, that's really big.
It's a huge house. It's a lot of property. I mean, we're talking about 30 acres. The only thing that really holds me back from saying absolutely, this property is very far from town.
Oh, wow, look at this entrance. I love that you look straight up the stairs.
Very tall ceilings, holy cow.
What's this room?
Scoot over. That is the formal sitting room, formal living room with a wood-burning fireplace.
Nice, I like that.
Let's go take a look across the hallway here. And in here we have the formal dining room.
Oh, look at that chandelier. I like the crown moldings, but that's kind of it. It's a really plain room.
It has walls, which is a problem.
We need to keep the walls.
It should be an open floor plan.
That's about the only thing I like about it is that it has individual rooms.
And check out this kitchen.
Oh, that's dark.
That's a lot of paneling and old cupboards.
Yeah, it would take a lot of money to update this kitchen.
It does have a dishwasher.
It does, and it has lots of counter space, so that's one thing. I don't know if I can get over how dark it is.
Well, it does open up into a really cool den over here.
Oh wow, this is huge.
This is one of my favorite parts of the house.
It is really nice. Look at the beams in the ceiling.
Finally, some character in this house.
There's a very nice fireplace.
Yes.
I like this feel much better than the other part. Lots of potential.
So here's kind of what I have in mind for your master suites. This whole wing could become your brand new updated master bedroom suite, starting with your master bath here.
Oh, it's so teal. Lots of work to be done in here, and there's no garden tub.
This is gonna take a lot of work.
But I can still see some hope for it.
Hope is a stretch.
And in here, you have what could be an office, a study, or you could even expand the master, which is adjacent to this room.
Okay. Is this the master bedroom?
This could be. We could bring in a contractor to build out your dream master suite.
They walk upstairs to see the 3 remaining bedrooms and the guest bathroom, then head outside.
Oh, and look at that yard. I can just picture Wyatt playing out there.
Absolutely, this is a gorgeous property. This back deck is definitely my most favorite part about this house. You have the pond to the right, and then you look out towards the barn and the pasture, and you see the horses out there, and I can completely see our life focused around that back deck.
Well, this could make a decent arena. Take down this fence in between and tear up all this grass. This would be enough room to ride in.
The fence definitely needs to come on down.
Add some lights too.
Yeah, lighting would be critical. All right, Sarah, here's your barn.
It looks like it was once a cattle barn.
It was, yeah. The seller originally has been using this for cattle, but it could be adapted for horses pretty easily.
Yeah, I think it's definitely usable, but with money needing to be sunk into the house, the arena, and the barn, we'd have to figure out where we'd have to put it first.
It's definitely something we need to look at.
So now they're seeing a ranch-style home just 30 minutes from the city.
This is a gorgeous property, and look, mountain views. This is perfect.
It is wonderful. My initial thoughts on this house is that it's a beautiful house. You walk up with the circular drive, absolutely fantastic views of the mountains. Just unbelievable. What more could I ask for on the outside? How big is this house?
This is 4,500 square feet.
Ooh.
It's a very gracious house. It's 4 bedrooms and 4 baths, mainly all on one level. And it's on 18 acres with a barn. And it's priced a little over our budget at $627,000.
Ooh, way more than I want to spend.
It's a little more.
It's on the upper end of your budget, but it does have everything that you want and we're looking for, except a pond. Why don't we make our way into the living room?
Oh, white carpeting. I don't think that's going to survive with the kid and dogs.
Definitely won't survive being white.
I like the fireplace, though. Very formal.
There's so much detail throughout this room. It's crazy.
Yeah, and that'll carry on into the formal dining room as well.
Oh, wow. My eyes couldn't get past the wallpaper.
Pink and blue flowers.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, this one has some wallpaper for you, Dusty.
We can just take it down.
What do you do with it? Ugh.
Yeah, that's a good weekend project.
It'll take at least a weekend in this room alone.
They pass through the breakfast nook on their way to the kitchen.
Well, right over here you have a non-wallpapered kitchen with lots of counter space.
There's more than enough counter space in this kitchen.
And look at the dishwasher. It's a 2-drawer dishwasher. That's pretty amazing.
My only concern would be that it does feel a little bit cramped for how big of a house this is for just the kitchen to be so small.
We could knock this out and open it all up.
No, I like this house and all the segmented rooms. No knocking walls out. No.
They look at the informal living room and a sunroom.
Oh yeah, I could see myself sitting in here reading a book, watching Wyatt play or the horses running around.
Yeah, it's a really nice room to watch out back.
Then they see the guest bedrooms and a guest bath.
All this for a guest bath?
Jacuzzi tub?
And a pretty incredible tub, yes.
Yes. And this isn't even the main bathroom.
No, it's not.
Wow.
But I'll show it to you. Let's go.
Wow. Very impressive.
And here we have the master bedroom.
Nice size room. Not huge.
Yeah, why don't you have a look at the bath?
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Oh, look at that tub. I like that one better than the one in the hallway. But what is this?
Check this out. Your very own sauna.
Oh, it's kind of cramped in here. I mean, from the toilet, you're gonna crack your knees on the shower.
Definitely, if you're not very careful.
Next, they head down the hall to see another living area.
Oh, wow.
This room is huge.
It is really cool. You have the wonderful fireplace.
I think this would be the most used in our favorite room of the whole house.
They head outside to the pool.
Now check out the view to your right.
Wow.
Yeah, that is $1 million view. You have the mountain view and the pasture view.
For $620. Discounted.
Yeah.
I could look at this all day.
It's a very nice pool. Definitely not a pond. I'd rather have a pond than a pool.
I like the pool.
The pool. I think it's going to be a big money pit and we're not going to use it as much as we ought to. I want a pond more to fish than to swim in. And you definitely cannot fish in a pool.
There's no riding arena built.
No, there isn't.
Oh, not what I was expecting.
Ugh,
It's a little rudimentary,
little.
so you'd really have to do a lot to get it up to par for what you guys need. Right.
It's a lot to build.
And really no stalls.
Yeah. The outside is so pretty. I would have expected something equally as grandiose on the inside, but it seems like they just filled the body with junk.
Now they're seeing another ranch-style home. This one only 30 minutes from Greenville.
This house is listed at $565. It's on 30 acres total. All of the equestrian amenities that you both were looking for. It's 2,400 square feet and has 4 bedrooms, 3 baths with a master bedroom suite.
Where is it?
Somewhere behind this very healthy magnolia tree.
That's a very big tree. You can't even see the house. The location of this property is really nice, but just coming in at $565 asking price, it's really hard to swallow spending that much up front.
Come on in. Very blue.
So here you walk into the living room with gas log fireplace, and you'll notice this is both open and somewhat confined for compromising for what you each needed.
Yeah, I do.
Why not just take the walls out?
No, because then it would be open, and I
Yes.
like walls.
And then here's where the dining room is.
What is that brick thing in the middle of the room?
That is the original wood-burning stove. Now it's just a mantle.
It does give it character. It takes up a lot of space, though.
So it's more of a galley-style kitchen.
Yeah.
Not much counter space
No.
at all. There's a dishwasher.
There is a dishwasher. So
Store.
that's good. Yeah, that's a must-have.
They take a look at the guest bedrooms, then see the master suite.
Look at those beams.
It's a huge room.
And look at that bed. Does that come with the house?
It's a very nice.
That is something we can put in the offer. You'll notice that the bed actually matches the balcony up here to the loft.
Oh, wow.
And we can check that out after we take a look at the master bath.
Okay, great.
And Sarah, you're gonna love this.
Look, the garden tub I've always wanted.
That is huge.
I think that's big enough for me.
They head upstairs to the loft.
Look at that view.
There's a heck of
Check
a
that
view.
out.
That's awesome.
And then you have a picture window over here with a nice view.
Of the
The
magnolia.
magnolia.
They head outside to see the yard.
And over here we have a very, very large arena. And it's also lighted around, so Sarah, when you get home from work late in the evenings, you still can ride.
That would be really
awesome.
nice.
Let's go take a look at the barn.
Yes.
Awesome. Sounds great.
So you might notice there are a lot of stalls here. It's 16 stalls total.
16?
Holy cow,
We have 2
16.
horses. What are we gonna do with 14 empty stalls?
You are not filling all of them.
I could.
I know you could.
And one of the best features that I know you're gonna love, there is a wash rack with hot and cold water.
Wow, that's
will really
really
come in
nice.
handy.
I just still don't know what we're gonna do with all this empty space. It's gonna be a lot to keep up. A smaller barn would maybe be nice. I'm a little bit worried that the barn is so big. 16 stalls for 2 horses is a lot of work. They're gonna sit empty for a long time.
All right, Dusty, so here's something you and Wyatt are really gonna love.
Wow, that is amazing pond. I love it.
It's about 2 acres.
Holy cow.
You can teach Wyatt how to go fishing.
Absolutely. Boy needs to know how to fish.
Now it's time for Sarah and Dustin to make a decision. And it may come down to the barn, the pond, and the price.
So what did you think about that 1963 plantation home?
The price. It's really hard to pass up that price.
Yeah, there's a lot of potential there. It was about 3,600 square feet, 4 bedroom, 2 bath.
30 acres.
It has a really nice pond too. I love that.
Yeah, overall, I really love that house, but there's a lot of work to do. The barn has no real stalls. It's usable, which is nice. We could just put the horses there right away safely.
But we could do the work over time. That way we stay at the low end of our budget. Yeah, there's a lot of potential there. What did you think about that 1970s traditional, one that looked like the plantation home?
This one's priced at $627,000.
That massive house, man, it was impressive. You can't beat those mountain views. I don't know how you beat that view.
I really don't think you could beat the view.
I love the fact that there's a pool there instead of a pond, because I'm not gonna use a pond.
We can argue about the pool.
But biggest disappointment with that place, that barn, it's a shell. What did you think about that house with that huge magnolia tree? It was within our budget, but it was at the high end at $565.
It was 4 bedrooms, 3 baths.
Yeah, inside has so many characters that I love. The only thing I don't kind of like is that galley kitchen. There's no counter space.
There is very little counter space in that kitchen.
Outside, there's a 16-stall barn there, an arena, lights.
All your equestrian stuff is there. It had that nice pond down the back lane through the horse pastures. The upkeep is probably the hardest thing on that property.
Which way are you leaning?
I'm leaning towards the Magnolia Tree house.
So glad you said that because I can't picture us living anywhere else. I have my barn, my arena.
It's got all of the equestrian facilities you want. It's got the great pond for me. I really think that's the place where we belong.
I can't see a better place for us to raise our family. Wyatt is just beyond thrilled. The first night we were here, he came up to me on the couch and gave me a big kiss and said, "Mommy, I'm so happy."
Way to go, Mommy!
I have used my arena. I set up my new jumps and I went right to work.
I'm catching catfish.
You're going to catch some catfish?
Yep.
I hope you catch some dinner.
Took a short trip down to the pond with Wyatt. He was really excited about getting to fish. Okay, we're gonna cast it out into the water. 1, 2, 3. This place is loaded with opportunities for memories, and we've just barely scratched the surface. Do you like having a pond at the new house? Yeah, there's a lot of memories yet to come.